All right, let's cut to the chase. Peptides are everywhere right now. From gym bros to Silicon Valley biohackers, everyone's talking about them like they're the next big thing in health and fitness. But wait, before you jump on the bandwagon, let's unpack what's really going on here. Because this isn't just about science. It's about hype, risk, and a cultural obsession with shortcuts. Look, so what's a peptide? Well, they're basically tiny chains of amino acids, the building blocks of proteins. Some are FDA approved, like Ozempic for weight loss, but the real frenzy is around unregulated peptides sold online as research chemicals. You've probably seen them. BPC 157, TB 500 retatrutide. They're marketed as magic bullets for muscle growth, fat loss, even anti-aging. But here's the thing. Most of these compounds were abandoned by pharmaceutical companies for a reason. Context setup. Let's start with the obvious. Why are peptides blowing up? Two words, Ozempic and marketing. The success of GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic made people think, hey, if one peptide works for weight loss, why not all of them? But as one scientist put it, that's like saying because a Tesla works, every electric car will solve climate change. It's a massive leap, and the internet is happy to exploit that. Influencers push these peptides with wild claims, and suddenly, you got people injecting mystery chemicals into their bodies because some guy on TikTok said it'll give them Wolverine-level healing. Main breakdown 1. Here's what fascinates me, the anti-aging angle. People are spending thousands on peptides to optimize their health span, which sounds noble until you realize they're gambling with their biology. The irony? The same crowd obsessed with longevity is often the one ignoring basic health principles, sleep, nutrition, stress management, and instead chasing a $200 vial of BPC 157. It's like trying to fix a crumbling house by buying new curtains. But from a business perspective, genius. The anti-aging market is a $400 billion industry, and peptides are just the latest shiny object to throw at panicked consumers. Main breakdown 2. Now let's talk safety. Prescription peptides are tested, right? But the black market stuff? No warranties. You could be injecting contaminated compounds, or worse, something completely different. And even if the peptide is legit, dosage matters. Too much, and you're risking hormonal chaos. Too little, and you're just wasting money. Experts keep repeating, we need clinical trials. But the hype machine doesn't care. It's all about anecdotes. Bro, I felt amazing after TB 500, which is not science. It's self-experimentation on a mass scale. Main breakdown 3. What's really happening here is a reflection of our culture's desperation for shortcuts. We want results without effort, youth without work. Peptides promise that illusion. And sure, maybe one day, some of these compounds will be proven safe and effective. But right now, it's the Wild West. The problem isn't peptides themselves. It's the lack of regulation and the exploitative marketing that turns science into snake oil. Deeper insight. So what does this leave us? If you're considering peptides, ask yourself, am I making a calculated choice, or am I just buying into fear and FOMO? Because the real question isn't whether peptides work. It's why we're so eager to trust a syringe sold on the internet over the basics of health. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is this the future of medicine, or just the next big wellness bubble waiting to pop? Closing thought.